In this video, I want to talk about a slightly strange position. Remember, we talk about options, portfolios of options, and we think about the gamma. If we've sold options, we're short gamma, the gamma is negative. If we've bought options, we're long gamma, the gamma is positive. So intuitively, our first intuition would be if we're long options, the theta should be negative because the gamma is positive, and for short options, the theta should be positive because the gamma is negative. They should have opposite signs. But that's not strictly true. So let me give an example. We're going to book a trade, an option. We're going to go long, 1,000 put options, but this time we're going to give a strike of 140. So this is an in-the-money put option, right? The option is well in the money right now. The strike's 140, spot's at 100, so we should see it's well in the money. The delta's pretty close to 1. It's not exactly 1. We bought 1,000 options. Each option eventually, when it's way in the money, the delta should be -1 or -1,000. So we're pretty close. And if we look at this option, we can see the theta, and the theta here is positive. So that seems slightly unintuitive because generally we think of the gamma having one sign, in this case positive, and that's certainly true, and we think of the theta as having a different sign, and we would intuitively think the theta has a negative sign. But that's only true for a delta hedged zero present value portfolio. So we've satisfied the zero present value, but we haven't delta hedged. So let's delta hedge and see what happens. We have to buy 908 shares, and now we have a delta hedged portfolio. Let's, for completeness, borrow and lend our cash for a day. Doesn't really matter for our theta calculation. And we have a negative theta. The option has a positive theta, but these payments has a negative theta. Now, why is that? We have bought 908 shares. In order to buy 908 shares, we had to pay $90,000. In order to pay $90,000, we had to borrow $90,000, so we have to go short a zero coupon bond. Eventually, we'll have to repay that money. So we're going to go short a zero coupon bond for $90,000, well, the present value of $90,000. That zero coupon bond, if we're short the zero coupon bond, it has a negative theta. We can see that negative theta here, negative $17, and that negative theta offsets the positive theta from the option, giving our portfolio a negative theta. And so the negative theta on a portfolio is only true, or the relationship between theta and gamma is only true on a zero present value delta hedged portfolio. If our portfolio is not delta hedged, then this is not strictly true. So we have to delta hedge our portfolio, and then we have this relationship, negative theta, positive gamma, or vice versa. Again, for this option portfolio, we're long some options, we would expect to make, from delta hedging, about $4.49 over the next 24 hours. And we would expect to lose, through the passage of time, that same $4.49 over the next 24 hours. Net, our present value currently is 0, and tomorrow our present value should also be 0 because we're delta hedging and because our theta is negative.